And every Friday, I do a live on a grammar point, vocabulary point, or even pronunciation to help you improve your English. Now, it can be that it's a question that one of my students have asked me, and I think, oh, that would be really useful for our many learners of English. Or it might be something that I thought, oh, that's a really good point. I'm going to clarify that for anyone who's learning English. So today, it is actually a little question that one of my students asked me, and I realized it's something that is probably never really talked about. And yeah, so it's not a very common question, but it is actually quite important. So my student asked me, what is the difference between IE and EG? So you will have seen these two abbreviations many times, and it will be just an I dot E dot, or it will be an E dot G dot, and it's always lowercase. Now, IE stands for id est in Latin. Okay, so we don't obviously use Latin very much now, but that is still, we do still have some cases of Latin in English, like BC and AD, and also now there's IE, which is id est, and EG. So id est means that is. Okay, and we use it to introduce a word or a phrase that restates what has already been said, and it clarifies it, it makes it clearer. So what follows the IE is always meant to clarify what has been said. So, she's a Scouser, i.e., she's from Liverpool. Okay, so the term Scouser, you probably don't know it. So therefore, I give a clarification. And before the clarification, I say IE. As I'm saying, she's a Scouser, that means that is a person from Liverpool. Okay. So it's used to explain a term or a concept that may not be understood. So it's always clarifying things for you. Another example, if your home has hard water, i.e., a high mineral content, then your sinks, showers, and bathtubs will have a white or yellow buildup as a result. Then we have EG. Now, EG, on the other hand, means exempli gratia in Latin, which means for example. So it's not clarifying the meaning of the previous sentence, but providing an example. So we have many different names for people from different regions in the UK, e.g. Scouser, Glaswegian, Brummie, Geordie, Londoner, Mancunian, Cornish, so on. Okay, so the EG was providing a list of examples of people from different regions. It wasn't clarifying what they mean. So I can say a Scouser, so she's a Scouser, i.e. she's from Liverpool. He's a Glaswegian, i.e. he's from Glasgow. She's a Brummie, i.e. she's from Birmingham. Okay, so I'm clarifying what that concept is. But when I'm just providing a list or I'm providing examples, I just say e.g. Okay, so that's the big difference. IE is clarifying something for you, whereas EG is providing examples so you understand it better. Okay, both are punctuated in the same way, so they are either placed inside brackets or they can be followed by a comma or a dash. So it would be I dot, full stop, E full stop, comma, or E.G. comma. Okay. So there was just a very, it seems like a little question, but actually, if you would use them, if you're going to use them in the wrong way, it's a shame. So that's the correct way to use them, and I hope that helped. If you have any questions, please comment below so that I can answer your questions for you. If you would ever like a personalized one-to-one lesson with me so I can answer any grammar, punctuation, pronunciation, any questions you have in English, and I can help you in your English, please go onto our website and book a trial lesson with me or with one of our amazing other teachers. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and see you next week for the next Ask Us Anything Live.